Well, I was at school in my classroom and the headmistress came in. She was a very dour lady with, she was very, very tall and she never smiled. And we all wondered what we'd done wrong when she came into the classroom, and she had a word with Mrs. O'Neill, who was the head, the schoolmistress for my form. And then she announced that the King George the Sixth had died, and I can remember feeling quite bereft. I was, I think, just 12 when he actually died, and I can think, because I always followed the royal family, and I was really sad. And I even in my scrapbook have a picture, a newspaper picture of him waving the Queen, well, Princess Elizabeth, off to her South African visit. And he did look ill then, really badly ill. I can't remember the sort of next few days, but then eventually in the May before the actual coronation, like the next year it was, we were asked to paint or draw what we think the coronation procession would be like. And so I draw the golden coach with just the Queen in it and just almost the back end of a horse, because I didn't leave enough room for the whole horse. And then on coronation day, some friends of my parents, that one of the daughters wanted to go up to see the coronation, and she invited me to go as well. And by then I was 13, and it was great to go up to London without being chaperoned by my parents. It was much more fun. And my father took us to the bus station about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we got on a royal blue coach at Fareham bus station and ended up in London somewhere, and we eventually walked, which seemed like hours, to the Mall, and we stayed in the Mall all day. And it was very interesting because before the actual procession started, we got to know the policemen that were there, and they were very friendly and very jovial. And of course in front of them were all the guardsmen being lined up ready. How they stayed in one place for such a long time, I never know. And then the procession started with the most less important people to start with. And then Queen Salotte came along in her coach, open right down, it was drizzling, I think, and she just had a short sleeve dress on, no umbrella, waving to everyone and smiling from ear to ear. I should never ever forget that view of her. And then we stayed in the Mall until everyone returned, which I think most people have been standing for so long were quite grateful that we watched it all go, and we watched the Queen go past as well, of course. And then we got on a coach, and on this same coach, and came back to Hampshire, and I was rather tired, I seem to remember, all the next day.
But it was a lovely day.
It was a super day, yes, and something that you don't forget.